Hey everybody, this is this is Trudy with Tru-FIT Real Talk. Good to know everybody's out there tonight. Good to know that I don't know of anything horribly bad that happened this weekend. Turn this down a little bit. Wait for you guys to get online. Um, how was your Easter? Happy Easter. How was your Easter today? I was very blessed. I got to go to the park with my babies. They did the whole Easter egg hunt thing. They went out. They helped each other. I watched firsthand how kids, they have a bond, of course, they're sisters, but how kids help each other. And not just, siblings and stuff. There is love in kids when they are put on this earth. And I got to watch firsthand, there's not ugliness when we first start out. I got to see kids in their realm, out on the playground, how they respond to other children. And I wish we could get to that point where there's no reservation, where there's no feeling of, I got to play a game to make this person respond to me the way they need to, or I gotta hold back to make this person have a certain kind of feeling about me because I can't be myself with another person. As I was looking at those children, I noticed that they were real with each other and they were kind to each other. Now, you have kids that's not going to be always kind and not going to always be, where they need to be. They may be a reflection of their parents or, just whatever. But I seen that's the spirit of kids, though. Their spirit is genuinely of God. And when I took that picture of Natalie today, I asked her, I said, Natalie, where is Jesus? Now, Natalie is 16 months old. Okay, for all you people out there, that's 1 year and 4 months. Okay, I know some folks have issues with that 16 month thing after they're a year old. But how are you guys doing? Let's see, who all's out there? Lola, Tanisha, hey, Betty, good to know you're here. Luis, you all doing good tonight? I hope you are. I'm talking about tonight about how kids have this inhibition that's just totally none. They have any inhibition about being real, about being themselves, and about being who God made them to be, and about who they are with other kids. My two grandbabies play and interact and love on each other, and they help each other. But not just each other. When they interact with other kids, they help other kids. I really feel like in our heart of hearts that's the way we are to be. And I feel that there's so many other levels when the Lord says, "Come to me," to come to Him like children. Because our heart is to be in that innocent state, but not just our heart, but our being and the way that we are. I really feel that we are to be like kids with one another, to love and to be loving and to be kind and to be understanding. And a lot of times, as adults, we lose that no inhibition kind of thing where we put our guard up and we learn how the world plays the game. So we pick up the game to protect ourselves, and we have to be sure that we're not having any issues of our own to build that wall up even further, and to whatever reason, whatever causes us to build those walls and whatever causes us to play those games, right? Life happens. But the Word, that's why it's so important that we stay in God's Word, is so that we will know what He is meaning when He says, "Come to me like a child." We should be like children, innocent and wanting and thirsty for His Word. Children, when they want something, they're vigilant, right? They're on a mission. And like today, my grandbaby is like, she's got a grip. She's like her dad, and she's like me and my kids. So we all are strong people, and for our stature, we're very strong. And I remember my dad Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. But I remember my dad, if I could not beat the guy arm wrestling that I was going out with, I couldn't go out with him. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? That is so crazy. But I'm going to tell you what, guys. There were a few of them, yeah, I didn't get to go out with. And then I got to know how to play that game of letting the guy beat me if I really wanted to go out with him. But if I didn't want to go out with him, I would, you know, take out all the stops and I would just beat the snot out of him. But anyway, but that's how we learn how to play games from our parents, right? They condition us. That's how it starts. They condition us. Then we learn how to play games when we're in school, literal games and emotional games, right? Then we start building walls as we get hurt. And then one begets the other. As we start going through life, we have scars and we have baggage and we have issues with this and that. So we forget how to talk to one another. We forget how to keep communication lines open. We forget how to go after what we seek and to be honest with one another with no ought against our brother or sister. With just having kindness in our heart to share with one another. I am not perfect, and I never claim to be. I enjoy life to the fullest because we're not here very long. I enjoy the ladies that God has allowed in my life. I've been blessed with a lot of ladies and gentlemen that have come into my life that has made it so rich and so blessed for me to be a part of. And a small part of it, but I'm glad that they let me be in their life to some extent and do a ministry that is called Zumba and Tru-FIT ministry, right? Who else out there tonight? Hey, Derek, Ken, Carla Benson. Was church good today, girl? Was church good today? I know you went. I missed church. I did not go to church today because the kids were already grumpy and they were, you know how the devil tries to get at you? But we didn't want to put them through all the people. There are an enormous amount of people, and Pastor Chris was like, try to go to the earlier services and let other people go to the later services. Well, we never get to go to the early services because we have 2 starving kids by the time we go pick up my other grandbaby, so we always have to feed them first. So I was like, maybe we'll just back off and let someone else be there. And I know that you guys got blessed. It's always a great service. Christmas service and Easter services are 2 of my favorite services of all time that we do at Church of the Highlands. But I did not go. I did take the kids to the park and was watching them play, and I was watching and observing how they played and how giving and how loving and how totally no walls. They just was everything. My 2 grandkids would give anybody anything, and they were trying to give them their Easter eggs and candy, and they're just trying to give kids other stuff. And then with my Jocelyn, she thought, well, I'm gonna give you mine, so I'm gonna go over here and get yours. But that wasn't the case, right? We didn't let them do that. We didn't want her to go over there and take the other child's stuff either. So but in watching that, I watched how unselfish her and her sister played together, and how she was helping her up the slide, and she was helping her get up the ramps and stuff up there at the park. They had this humongous play area where they can play on, it looks like a jungle gym kind of thing, but it's huge. And they were beautiful. They're so cute. We have pictures of them in their dresses and stuff, but they got dirty. Let me tell you, they got dirty. We let them do whatever they wanted to, run all over the place, get in all the dirt, get in the leaves, whatever they wanted to do, we let them do it. We took pictures. We enjoyed it so much. But I think God really wants us to do that and enjoy our lives. And that was another thing I was watching there. Kids enjoy what they do. They enjoy themselves when they play. And I think what happens to us too is that we don't get back to that place of playing, that place where we have an enjoyment. And I'm not talking about just on the weekends, guys. I'm talking about every day. Every day should be a time that we enjoy God's presence, enjoy our presence in the world, and be in reality. And I know I do vlogs, and I'm online. I'm posting things about where I go and what I eat, and my classes and things like that. But I do not let my life suffer. When it's time for my children or my grandchildren, I turn it off. When I go with friends out, I turn it off. I want to be in the now. I want to live in my life. Now afterwards, if we've taken pictures or whatever, I'll post things at church, but I want to live and be appreciative of everything that I am and everywhere that I am, and be appreciative of the people that I'm around, because we never know when we will never see, when that's the last time we see a person, whether for us, for our sake, or for theirs. I want to make sure 100% that that person knows that I gave them my attention and that I got their attention, because the only commodity that we have, really, the only commodity is not money, is time, you know? The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, to take away our time with people. And if there's issues with your health, that takes away your time on this earth. If things happen dramatically, that takes away time with maybe family. Takes away your time. Is the only thing that you cannot buy, that once it's gone, it's gone. And we don't realize when we're young, especially, that we're not 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And what bothers me is that the old adage that says, I wish I knew then what I know now, that is so fitting, because I was telling my daughter today that I wish I knew how things were, because I look at things and I see her raising her two little kids, and they're precious, and all I can do is just say, feed into them, just put into them, and just put seed into them, so whenever they get your age, they're going to help people. They're going to put into people, just like she does. She puts into people. My daughter's got such a kind and compassionate spirit. When she worked at the hospital, she would come home most of the time brokenhearted and full of tears. And I know that's hard on her, but that made her a beautiful person to pray for those people that she helped every night. But it also ruined her emotions. She had to quit because it was so hard on her. And I can understand that, because I was a counselor at the crisis center for years and years. I thought that I was going to go into social work. So I did my 100+ hours of social work counseling. And I did a lot of other things in that area, and I realized that I brought things home with me. But that very same thing that really hurt my heart is what I love about me. Is that I love people, and I'm out there and I want to help people. I love that about me. I love that about my daughter. But again, I want to live in the reality of it, because we get so caught up in the social networking, you know. We lose time here on this earth, and time is the only thing that we will never get back. We will never, ever, ever get this moment back. We will never have Easter, April Fool's Day, right? 2018. I have been tripping on that. Has anybody else been tripping on that today? I seen a meme. It said, Jesus was coming down or something. He was, and please, don't say that. It's blasphemy, whatever. But Jesus was coming down, and he went back up. He said, psych, April Fools. I'm like, oh my God. This is crazy. It is on April Fool's Day. I didn't even realize it till a week ago. I've been geeking on it ever since. But I was like, can we just celebrate next week or something? Because there's something about this that's not right. Anyway, but again, I was talking about how we go about our lives and we get harder and harder and harder to one another, and we build up this wall, and several walls. Sometimes we have layers, like Donkey said, onions, like Shrek said, onions, layers of onions. So and they're stinky. Our layers can be stinky like that too. We don't realize when we get around other people how stinky our layers may be. And I'm talking to myself because my kids will check me, and I think we all need somebody that we're accountable to. I have an inner circle of friends that I'm very accountable to, and they are very honest with me, Daisha May, and right? Daisha May is like my daughter, my second daughter, but I tell you what, I love her to no end. I love her to pieces, and she will tell me the truth every time, all the time, and I'm so thankful for someone like that in my life to talk truth into my life, because I don't ever have to wonder if I've got too baggy pants on. I can depend on Jolie and Daisha to tell me and to take my pants and throw them away. Anyway, I still don't know where those pants are, girl. I still need to know where those pants are. I could use them to paint in or something. Anyway, what I was saying is, we do need somebody that we are held accountable to, because I have things in my life that I have let just layer and layer and layer and put a wall up in me that, Fort Knox could not tear down. I mean, I was horrible. I wouldn't let anybody in. And within the last 5 years, I have totally tried to dissolve those walls. However, things come up and things happen where you're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to put that wall back up. I'm going to put that wall back up. But God will talk to me and say, remember, I need you to come to me like that child. I need you to come to me as a child would, because you have no inhibition as a child. You have no reservation as a child. You come to me wholeheartedly with everything as a child. And not just, the innocence of it, but you come to me with everything you've got. You lay it out on the table to the Lord. No onions, no skins, no walls. We lay it all out to the Lord, and we let Him deal with our mess, right? We let Him deal with all those layers of stuff, and let Him start tearing them down, and let Him start building back the person that we need to be in Him. And this has been, for me, a 17-year building, and it's that sounds like a long time, and it is. I mean, I'm not going to downplay it, but it isn't, because I know God has always been there. God has been there every step of the way to build and to show and to teach, and He's never left me. He's never forsaken me, because He promised that, right? He promised us He would never leave us or forsake us. And I'm really talking to Christina. If you are out there listening, I pray that you know that I love you, and you've got a lot of ladies in class that care for you, and we need you to come back. It was good to see you Saturday. We would love for you to come back and let us love on you, but we're going to be honest with you, and we're going to speak truth into your life. We will always speak truth into your life. I'm not going to destroy you any further or try to hurt you in any way. I just want you to know that if we are walking in turmoil, some of the toxic things that we are walking in and we continue to want to turn around and walk into, those are choices. They are our choices, and sometimes we need to break and cut those ties, and it's hard, I understand, but you have people here that will help, and we have people here that help and that love you, not just saying that truly care for you and love you. But again, if you need me, if you need to call me, please call me and let me know if I can do anything for you. I know we talked Saturday, and I understand the situation that you're in, but I want you to know that I'm here. If you call, I would come to where you're at, okay? All right. I want to know how you guys deal with issues that come up, like, I don't know, if something comes towards you that you feel fearful for, like a situation. And I'll be honest, relationships, romantic relationships with men, I'm fearful of. I am very fearful of. And I don't want to downplay that either, but I have gotten used to just being by myself. And I've got people out there praying that, and my dad has wanted me to, try to find somebody, you need somebody to take care of you, you're not getting any younger, and, blah, blah, blah. So, but he understands now where I'm coming from, in that I'm not going to accept just anybody. I really want this person from God. I don't want any foolishness. I want to be sure that this person is serious and that's not going to play games. Well, who don't want that, right? I mean, I'm old enough that I don't want to go through any of that anymore. But with that said, on the flip side, I'm like, I don't want any of that anyway. I don't even want to start into that direction. I start backpedaling every time anything even remotely, and it may not even be on the table, if it even remotely looks like a dog, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna turn tail and just totally, it doesn't even matter what kind of a relationship it is, I'm just not gonna have any part of it. And see, now I have issues with that. That's my issue that I'm having to work through and deal with and peel back the layers and let God take those layers and just really work with me on. I would like to know what God is working with you on, and like to know what I can do and what kind of prayer that I can send up for you, or for someone you may know, or whatever I can do for you guys. I want to be here uplifting you in prayer for whatever you need. I totally believe in prayer. I totally 100% believe in being proactive in prayer, because I believe that if we are not in prayer and seeking God and being proactive in our life, God does not, I don't feel in my heart that God blesses someone that is lazy and don't go after it, and it's not progressive in their prayer life and progressive in their relationship to seek the Lord. You know what I mean? But again, there have been so many times in my life that that I have ruined relationships due to my ignorance and my hurtfulness, or whatever, inadvertently or not, meaning to or not. When I was younger, I didn't care. I would burn down a relationship in a second. I didn't run around. I didn't go out a lot. I wasn't with a lot of people or anything like that. I had a whole lot of friends. I did have a whole lot of friends. I'm not going to lie. But my dad was the instructor at my high school. I knew everybody. I felt like, I could really go probably anywhere I wanted to. I didn't date a whole lot of people because, again, my dad was an instructor at the school. There wasn't many people he cared for. And again, let's talk about, on the flip side, what I said earlier. My dad would make me arm wrestle whoever I'd go out with. And if I beat them, I couldn't go out with them, right? I'm serious. I promise you this. I promise this is what happened. It was crazy living in the Kirk house, let me tell you. But when I started getting to where, hey, if I really want to go out with this guy, I'm going to have to let him beat me in arm wrestling. Oh my God, who does that, right? Anyway, I would let him win, Or I would, you know, he could still win, but it would be like I would really let him win. You know, like, oh, I'm just a weakling. You know, I wouldn't even try. And my dad knew it. He was like, he would look at me and just kind of roll his eyes and get up and be like, get out of here and be back by whatever time, right? But even then, my dad taught me how to play games. I learned how to play that game, right? If I want this, I got to be like this. If we want that, so we learn early on in life, even before that, you know, in grade school and in primary school. So we learn way before then in life how to play games. And now, as you get older in life, we're having to kind of back up and take off those layers again, where we have built them up so much in our heart, and it's made our heart sick. These are matters of the heart. It can make our heart a sick heart whenever we don't let people come into our lives, whenever we have a ministry that we will not share with people because we are so scared of people coming into our lives, and that we've got our walls built up so high we feel some kind of way about people infiltrating those walls. And again, I have trouble with relationships with men. Um, and I know God will eventually, I know that He will help me to understand what's going on with me. It's just hard for me to trust, you know? As far as a romantic relationship, I don't look for any of that. I look for friendship, number one. And, you know, God has set out for me what He will send me. So I know what I'm looking for if that ever happens. God, you know, I laid the fleece down years ago to the Lord to tell Him that, you know, this is what I'm serious about. I am very serious that I will sacrifice myself just so I can raise my kids and be successful and be a good mom to them and help them be where they need to be in life. And in the process, I have built up all these walls and all these barriers that people that may be interested can't get through. But I've had to ask God to kind of, you know, show me what I need to do, because I am very honest with people. I have no problem being honest with people. And even to the detriment of my own self, because some people don't want to take honesty, all your honesty. They want little bits and pieces of you. They can't take you all at one time. And if I am who I am, I'm going to be who I am, you know, all at one time, or whatever part I give to you that's at that moment. But if you can't handle that, then there's nowhere for me in your life or anything, because this is who I am, right? So I challenge you all to be honest and to be forthcoming in your relationships with friends and family, and especially family, because sometimes those are where the games and the hedges and the walls and barriers are built up, is with our families. I know my mom and I, for years, we had issues, and wasn't until just recently that my mom and I was able to reconcile some things that were really hanging out for 20, 30 years. And I mean, that's a long time to, you know, have issues that we've not reconciled for a parent and a child. So I challenge you to reconcile those things in your life, to start breaking down those barriers and to start tearing down those walls and the layers that may be in your life. But you're not alone. God will help us in whatever we need, and God has helped me tremendously. Again, He is showing me what I am to look for. When it comes into my life, whenever I see it, God has shown me what I'm looking for, and I will know it. And at that point, I'm letting God just steer me in the direction that He would have me. Aren't we? I mean, isn't that what it's about? Is having God's anointing on our life enough to know what directions we need to go. But I tell you this, we are to go. You know, if nothing has happened for you now, we are still to burn the oil. And we are still to do what we are to do. We are still to prepare. We're not to sit back and say, well, if the Lord wills, I'm going to just have it happen and fall in my lap. No, we still need to burn that oil and be prepared and keep doing what we do to prepare ourselves. I still get up at 4:30. I still go and work out. I still do my classes. And I'm doing more, and I'm doing more that are, for free, because there's more people in need. There's more people in need now than ever before. And I want to be out there, and I want to be meeting people, and I want to be doing things for people. And I want you guys to know that I'm here, and I want to do for you. And I want you guys to be wherever I am and feel like you are welcome for free. Or, I have some people that want me to put a donation bowl out there. So I think I'm going to put a donation bowl out there, because I don't mind, doing anything. But I do have a couple of people that would like to give. So I'm not going to keep that blessing from you guys. You want to give as a donation, it will be welcomed. Gas money and stuff is awesome. But again, my service is to help people feel better about themselves, and to put some smiles on your faces, and to let you feel good and be with other ladies and gentlemen that want the same things that we are. For an hour, we are all working for one thing, right? We just want to have a good time. We want to listen to some good music. We want to move. We want to sweat. We want to be with people, like-minded people. And isn't that what the Lord says? Iron sharpens iron, like-minded people. We go to church. We don't forsake ourselves to go to church so we can sharpen ourselves. And I feel the same way about going to work out our body. Our body is a reflection of what God gave us. This is our temple, and this is how we repay Him. Our life is what He gave us as a gift, and what we do with it is how we pay Him back. How we treat ourselves, what we do, our walk, how we walk is our testimony. I mean, whether it be good or bad, that's our testimony. The walk that we have, our life that we have, is a testimony to Christ. Whether it be good or bad. We might have people that say, oh, I want to be like that person. They've got something that I want. Or they might say, this Christianity thing, this person is such a puke. I don't ever want to be like that. So it's going to depend on us. It's going to depend on us whether we're doing what we need to be doing. If we're aligned up properly the way we need to be with that relationship with the Lord, we're going to be walking. We're going to have that testimony that we will be walking, and that we will be talking and helping and sharing with people, that they're going to want that light within us. It's not about us. It's about what's living within us. So that being said, our lives are to be fulfilling. We need to do things that fulfill our lives, that we enjoy doing, that we want to do, that every day, not just Friday and Saturday and Sunday, do we feel like getting up and doing whatever, but Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, we want to get up. Like tomorrow, I'm so stoked about tomorrow. We have more new music, guys. More new music tomorrow. I'm so excited. God has blessed me so much. All I can say is God has helped me see things and see music and see movement with music. Like, I don't know if He does that with other instructors. I'm sure a few of them may have that gift, but I am so thankful that God has. I know this is a gift. I know this is from God. I'm so thankful that God has given me this gifting, because it allows me to have fun and to pull you guys into my craziness, right? I just love being your instructor. I love being able to do what I do with you guys, because it's amazing. But I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I want to know how you guys are doing tonight. And I want to know how your Easter went again, okay? So just let me know. Who all's out there anyway? Let's see. Kim, Cindy, Robert, Bobby, Donna. Are you serious? You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I want to tell you tomorrow night is free at the Northeast YMCA, 6 p.m. All right, Irene. Crazy Crunk Crack Monday. There we go. That's what it is. So we have, I don't know, we've got 3 new ones. There may be 2 more, so maybe that's 5 new ones. 3 of them that you guys have already done, and maybe 2 more that you haven't, and then some good old ones. But if you have anything that you want to request, tell me before class, so that way I can have it ready. I don't want to have you guys having to wait on me looking for things, because I don't want your heart rate to go down. You know, there's a reason why we're there. We want to build you up. I want to build you up. Be sure you're getting a good workout, and be sure that you are where you need to be as far as your target heart rate. So if I'm looking for a song, sometimes that can be, you know, disruptive. Let me know if you have any issues about, you know, we're going through a transition with the YMCA. So let me know if you have any issues, because they may be doing a petition, and those of you that knows what's going on, knows what I'm talking about with the Y. Just holler at me and I'll try to point you to the right direction. I know I talked with Miss Terry, and I don't know anything for sure, so you guys would need to get with the entities that be with the situation. But again, I'm going to actually teach next Saturday. It is the first Saturday. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to be there. All right. I know I had explained that in my class Saturday. They don't know what's going on because they have all of this political stuff going on and wondering what they're going to do with the Y. But I know what's going on. I know what Trudy's going to do. Okay. I'm going to teach just like I always do, and whether it be out in the yard or out or in the gym itself, there will be a class on the first week, on the first Saturday of April. So I don't want you guys to feel like any of this is going to interfere with our classes. If I don't teach there, we've already set up some way that we can teach somewhere else. So I do not want you to feel like you don't have a place to go if you're in that area. Again, my classes are free. The ones I teach at Don Hawkins, if you want to give a blessing, an offering, a love offering, whatever you want to do, or if you don't, it doesn't matter. I just want you to be there. I want you to do what's good for you and what's good for your body, and get out, start moving. I offer these classes as a ministry. These are my small groups, okay? You know, God didn't say it had to go through anything, although it did. My small group did go through Church of the Highlands for a long time, but the small group was not so small anymore, you know, so they it just got bigger, and I got blessed, and so now I just go and have them in different places, and the Don Hawkins Center is one of them. So just be sure to get with me. If you're interested in coming, I can send you a schedule. I can also post my schedule online. I usually try to get it somewhere, but I will start posting my schedule actually on my Facebook. Hopefully, I want to start doing it at the beginning of the week, so like now or tomorrow, okay? If you guys have any questions or concerns, or I would really like to just hear from you, let me know. Comment at the bottom. I want you guys to have a great week. And happy Easter, and thankful that the Lord rose for us, right? Thankful that He rose and He gave us what we needed to sustain life and to be blessed and to have a fruitful life, and to have more, and to have abundance, and to have blessing. That's how we give. Once our blessings come and our cup overflows, we give, and we can give out of our overflow. That's how we bless other people, right? I mean, that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. If we're given more than what we need, we're to give it. I have a lot of energy, and that was like a little saying that I got in a fortune cookie. It says, "You will be blessed with lots of energy." Duh. I mean, who don't know that about me, right? Anyway, you guys have a great night. Please, I want to see you in class tomorrow night, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. And if you have any questions, please message me. And hey, the ladies retreat, the money is due for ladies retreat no later than April 15th, and that is tax day. So you got to remember, it's no way you're going to forget. The ladies retreat is $68 if you're going, and it's due no later than April 15th, okay? Ladies retreat date is May 25th through May 27th. That is Memorial Day weekend. We have 8 more spots left, okay? If you are interested, please private message me, all right? Love you much. Peace out.